What if I told you that there is a huge war taking place right now in this world? And it's not the war you probably think of. I don't mean political war, I don't mean economic war, or I don't know, like cyber war. Although these are also taking place right now around us, they are just a background noise that's supposed to take your attention away from the real war that is going on. You see, my friend, there are some forces, okay? I call it dark forces, some people call it dark elites. But anyway, some forces in this world who have their interest in keeping people stuck, keeping people small, in keeping people believing that the only thing that exists is this 3D physical reality. And what is the better way to do this than turning your attention from the inside to the outside? I mean, think about it. You are sitting in front of the TV, or you are scrolling some news on your mobile phone, and you are thinking, you're paying your attention on these different conflicts and like problems, and basically this like great chaos that is going on right now in this world. But in the very same time, you don't pay any attention to the real world, to the real chaos, which is unfortunately happening not in a physical world, not in a physical reality, but in this spiritual reality, okay, in this spiritual realm. My dear viewer, the real war is going on inside you, okay, within you. This is a global ancient war for a human soul. And whether you want it or not, you are a participant, okay? You take part in this war and you are fighting in this war. Everyone, welcome to the House of Light and Darkness. My name is Lisa, and this is a place for both me and you guys where we explore our human but in the same time divine nature. We explore these two different realities that we exist in, the physical reality, the 3D reality, and then the spiritual reality. Here we also try to understand who we really are, or rather who we were this whole time, and how can we use our spiritual ability, the knowledge about what is really going on in this world, to transform our life. Because trust me, once you understand your divine nature and the spiritual reality that your higher self exists in, you can transform your life in a way you could never imagine before. And now let's talk about this invisible war going on right now in this world. Guys, what would be your reaction if I told you that even though you, for example, can be very like a successful person, or at least you are satisfied with your life, you can have like a stable life, you know, like a financial stability, maybe you already have your family, you have your like career, you have a perfect job, you can have like everything that you want or you have ever, I don't know, desired for, and you can think like, oh, I'm already the winner. But in reality, you are in a losing position, okay? You are losing battles every day. And you are far from being the real winner. Because if you are satisfied with your physical reality, like you have all the material things, again, you can have like a job, a good job, like a family, a good partner, and you think that this is what defines your life, like this is what success is, this is what winning in this life means. But in the same time, inside yourself, you feel empty. You feel like there is this, I don't know, like a hole or like this empty space inside you that you can't really feel with anything. Like you still don't know who you are, you still don't really understand what you are here for. Like, yeah, I have family, I have partner, I have job, I have money, but is it really what I'm here for? Is it really what counts the most in this life? You still feel lost, you still feel confused about your life, about your existence. It's hard for you to be authentic, and in different like social settings you prefer to act in a specific way to fit in. You do or say things that in your opinion, are proper to say or to do in a specific environment. You still have a lot of fears, you still have a lot of complexes. You are jealous, like sometimes you envy other people for what they have. You are still comparing yourself to others. You are doubting yourself oftentimes. It's like when everything is okay in your external reality, but then somewhere deep inside you feel like you are lacking something. My friends, this is when you are losing, okay? You are losing this inner battle that is going on inside you. You are losing to our real enemies, to real enemies of the humanity. Again, some dark forces, I don't know if these are people, aliens, like some bad spirits, I don't really care. Forces that want people to feel like we are not enough. Dark forces who don't want to see us being independent, being strong, being powerful, knowing who we really are. They want to control us, they want to manipulate us, they want to keep us in a box, so like living in illusions. They really want us to believe that what really matters in our life is only this 3D reality, is only like everything about our material world, like money, and then like other people. I mean, like when you are, when you are dependent, when you depend on other people to bring you some kind of satisfaction, like money, resources, I don't know, like your physical health. Although this is an important part of your existence, this is not the most important part of your life. So they want us to constantly be focused on only our physical reality. But remember, guys, we have two kinds of existence, okay? We have two different worlds that we live in. We have this 3D reality, this physical limited reality, and then we have this spiritual reality where our higher self knows that this reality is limitless and we are limitless. We are immortal, we are invincible. And now, my friends, ask yourself a question. How do you think, what could happen if suddenly every single person on this planet realizes that in this spiritual reality that we also exist in, we cannot touch it, we cannot see it, but we can feel it and we can sense, and we have some kind of like spiritual abilities that we can use in our life, for example, to manifest our dream reality. But anyway, imagine what could happen if suddenly every single person on this planet realizes how powerful we actually are, that in some way, even though we have our physical vessel and we exist in this 3D reality, in a spiritual way we are limitless, we are powerful, we are unstoppable. There are no things that we cannot achieve, and nothing can really kill us in a spiritual way, nothing can break our spirit. I think if this happened, the dark forces in this world would have to admit that this whole time they were keeping us stuck. They were lying to us, they were manipulating us, controlling us, even though they don't have really any rights to do this. Because we are divine beings. We are not someone to keep us in a cage, in a box. We are not someone to be controlled or manipulated. We are free. We are our own authorities. Only we have a power to do something with our life. But unfortunately, my friends, the scenario that I've just described is just like my dream scenario in my head, okay? I like to fantasize about the better future for humanity. Fortunately, we don't live in a world where people want to focus their attention inward. Unfortunately, still live in a world where many people are easy to be manipulated. It's enough for these dark forces to give us something that will disturb us, something that will be like a background noise that will be preventing us from looking to the right direction. Of course, I'm talking about like this different stuff going on around this world, like what you can see in news, what you can hear on radio. Of course, I'm talking about like the mobile phone, like the social media platforms. So all kinds of different distractions. So guys, I know that many of you will probably not agree with me, or you will think that it's too much for me to say, but I honestly believe that every single time when you are engaging in this like endless scrolling on your phone, like some TikTok or shorts or Instagram reels or whatever, instead of like giving yourself at least like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes just to be alone, just to be like face to face with your thoughts, just like facing yourself and trying to heal something inside you, trying to understand how can you change something in your life, how can you change yourself for the better, how can you transform your life, or at least ask yourself questions like about your existence, about your, I don't know, natural abilities and talents that you can use to achieve something in this life, to fulfill your life purpose. I think this is when you are losing a battle. And if you are doing it every day, like you are escaping, you are trying to hide from looking within, from asking those uncomfortable, unpleasant questions, every time when you prefer to focus on the external world and totally ignore the spiritual reality and what is going on inside you, inside your mind, you are losing a battle. And unfortunately, these dark forces, they are winning. Why? Because they made you believe that you need to only focus your attention on this physical reality. You need to constantly compare yourself to these people that you see on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You need to watch, you need to observe other people's life instead of trying to do something with your life. They are taking your power away without you even realizing it, without you being aware of it. And now, my dear viewer, do you like this idea? Like, honestly, like, be honest right now, right here. Be honest with yourself. Do you like an idea that you are a powerful player, like the most powerful player in your life, but there is some dark boss inside this game of life who is taking your power away without you even like knowing what's going on? Like, you are fucking powerful character, but then there are some black characters, some antagonists who are putting like invisible chains on you without you even being aware of it. If you like this idea, then maybe my channel is not a place for you. Because I'm here for people who have enough. I'm here for people who are done with playing small, people who are done with what society is trying to brainwash us with, people who finally start to understand that they are more than just like a human beings. We are more than just our appearance, than our body, like our physical vessel. I'm here to help free as many souls as I can from these illusions. I'm here to take as many people as I can out of this box, out of this matrix. I'm here to help people understand who they really are, or rather who they really were this whole time. Because my friend, this whole time you were not only a human being, you were also a divine being, but unfortunately you were like a sleepwalker. Like, you were going through this life, you were doing different things, okay, engaging in different kind of stuff, but in the same time you were not really conscious about who you are. And the saddest part about it is that if you knew who you are this whole time, if you knew how powerful and strong you are in this spiritual sense, how many spiritual superpowers and abilities you have that you can use to really transform your life, to really have what you want in this life, to feel like you are this unstoppable, powerful player or a character, and you would already move mountains. Of course, this is a metaphoric way to say that you would do everything that previously you thought is impossible for you, because you would know that everything is possible for you when you integrate these two realities, when you understand that you exist in two different realities in the same time, like in this 3D reality, in the physical world, and then in this spiritual realm. So now, my friend, maybe it's time for you to finally see the real war that is taking place right now in this world. Maybe it's finally a time for you to start looking within, okay, and to understand that what is going on around you in a like physical world is just some way to distract you from understanding how many things are taking place and going on inside you. Your mind, like your inner world, is a place where the real battle is, where the real war is. And I think it's also a time for you, my dear viewer, to finally start fighting, okay? Fighting for your soul, fighting for your life, fighting for taking back your freedom and your power, which are again your birthrights. But in order to do this, you first need to understand the most crucial thing. Again, the fact that there are two different realities, okay? And you can't really find all the answers for these different like existential questions if you will keep running from this spiritual reality, if you will keep believing that the only thing that surrounds you, that the only thing there that is this physical reality, okay? As long as you will be running away from the spiritual reality that you cannot see, you cannot touch, but you definitely can feel it and sense it. This is where, again, your intuition comes from. As long as you will be running from it, you can't be the winner, the real winner in a war. So I invite you to observe your life, okay? Just look around and recognize how many things there are in this world that are distracting you from looking inward, from looking within. How many things in this world there are that serve as some kind of traps, some kind of, again, invisible chains that are surrounding you and are preventing you from freeing yourself from the box, from the matrix. My dear viewers, I also invite you to be strong, to be brave, and to be smarter than your enemy. So again, some dark forces that, trust me, don't have their interest in helping you, in giving you confidence, in like giving your power back to you, but have their interest in keeping you small, believing that you are not enough, believing that your life doesn't really have any meaning, any sense, that you are here just to live an ordinary life as a human, like small, weak human being. My friend, fight, okay? Go and fight these dark forces. And I believe by doing this, like when many people will start to do this, we as a humanity, we as a civilization will finally receive a chance to win in this global ancient war. But before this thing will happen, I love you all. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. And I invite you to stay with me on this channel and give yourself a chance to transform your life. See you next time.